everyone. Okay, so I was looking through what I'm pretty sure I put in your packet, and you had several different things about the bees and the life cycle of a bee and the body parts of a bee. So what we're going to do is first, I'm going to show you what I would have shown you in the classroom, and that is the life cycle of a bee, which is just like a lot of other insects. So I'm going to push my computer down. You won't see my face, but you'll see my paper. And right here, I have a green piece of paper and I wrote the words. The first word I see is an egg. Egg. So the queen bee lays an egg. Well, you can't really see that. If I hold it up close, can you see the color of the egg? It's very hard to see. I have a picture in a book here. Each egg is shaped like a grain of rice. So I'm going to show you. In each cell, remember the queen bee only puts one egg? That's hard to see. Let's lift it up like this. Right here. Those are the eggs, and only one per cell. So that's the egg. And then the egg hatches into the next stage, which is the larva. Larva. It looks like a little worm almost. And that is forming. So the larva forms inside the cell, right? But this is just so you can see. Larva. It doesn't look like a bee, does it? So the egg and then the larva, and then the larva turns into a pupa. Now here's where it starts to look a little bit more like a bee. I see its eyes. I see its legs. I can even see maybe the wings. That's pupa. So first is egg, larva, pupa, and then from the pupa grows the full-grown bee. So one bee is a worker bee. Remember, that's the female bee, the girls who have the barbed stingers and whose job it is to fly out of the hive and go find the nectar, and they are called the worker bees. Or they're drones, and drones are the boy bees. And the boy bees stay and protect the queen, and they have lots of other jobs too, and they make up the colony. So let's say it one more time. Egg, larva, pupa, and bee. In your packets, I gave you a couple different things. Here's one right here. It's a little cartoony. You know, I'm not a huge fan of like the cutesy stuff, but I also think it's a very sweet piece of paper, and it says bee life cycle vocabulary. So we remembered, look at this bee right here. And look at, she has a cute little crown. I think they have that crown to try to show that she might be the queen. But before we write the words down, I want you to look here at this box. It has the words. They're calling it a word bank. So these are the words that you need to know to fill in these blanks. So the first word I see is the word queen bee. Hey, I think that's what she's supposed to be, the queen bee. But let's keep looking. The next word I see is pupa. Pupa. And then below I see larva. I see eggs. And I see adult bee. Now, I'm going to start because I know that she's the queen bee. So underneath that on this line, I'm going to look at the letters and know that this is a qua. Start at the top, down, qua, queen, make a space, and then bee, bee. She's the queen bee, and if you want to color her in and make her look pretty fancy, that would be just fine. And then notice the arrow points because the queen bee, oh, you know, I'm going to cross out that too. She goes and she lays eggs in the different cells. And remember, this stage, we call them the eggs, right? I just said it. So let's look down here for the word eggs. Pupa, larva, eggs. Ooh, I see eggs. 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 Egg. Eggs. Because there's more than one, so I put the S at the end. Eggs. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. Now, out of the eggs, boy, better cross that out. Out of the eggs pops the larva, right? Larva. So I'm going to look here. Larva. L. And then V. Now, if it's just larva with an A, that means one. But I notice in this word larva, they have an E at the end to show that there's more than one larva. I'm not going to put that E because, well, I actually will. I'm sorry. I'm just going to copy what it says. Larva. We can look that up later. Why they did that. All right, here we go. Queen bee. Eggs, larva, and then remember what is forming in that larva. It's kind of like a butterfly in a chrysalis. It's changing, it's morphing, and it's called pupa. So I see the word adult bee and pupa. That's it, pupa. Pa. U. Pupa. And I'm crossing it out. From the pupa comes the adult bee. I always start at the top and go down, up, and down, top, down, top, down. Adult, and I'm leaving a space because this is a new word. Bee, adult bee, ta-da! Bee life cycle vocabulary. So I did that whole page, but I also gave you this. But when you got it, it didn't look like this. When you got it, it was like a full piece of paper, right? And it had these pictures. And so what I did was I cut it up to make a book. And I knew that this was going to be the first page just because it has the title, right? Bee life cycle. So I'm going to do that one and I flip it over. And the first cycle, the first part of the cycle was the queen lays her eggs. And I'm going to put that one down. And out of the eggs pops the larva. See them all? Maybe that's why there's an E. And the larva forms pupa. See, it's inside. And then on the other page that you have, from the pupa grows the adult bee. And then when you end up cutting it, you'll have a last page here that says bee words I know. And you can use that. You can draw your own bee, might be really cool, or you can do whatever you want. Now, I don't have a stapler here, so I'm going to fold the corner over twice. So it kind of works like that. And I've made a little book. And once again, bee life cycle, you should color it and make it look really cool. And it says in tiny print, explained by, I'm going to write my name here, but you should write your name on yours. O'Brien. Mrs. O'Brien. And I turn the page very carefully because mine aren't stapled. And I remember that the queen bee lays her eggs. So here I'm going to write the word queen. Now this is harder because I'm just trying to remember it on my own. Oh, there goes my computer again. Hold on. Always, this is a good time to take a deep breath. Okay, queen. And then I'm going to also write the word eggs, because those are the two words that I remember. All right. And then I turn the page. Remember, larva. Larva. And then I'm going to turn the page. Very carefully. And the larva then forms the pupa. Okay, turn the page. And then I have the adult bee. Let's write bee. Ta-da! Then I'm going to leave the last page blank, but I'm going to invite you to draw something on there for yours, and maybe you can take a picture and show us. And you can make it a booklet like this or not. It's all up to you. Okay, so that's it for the life cycle of the bee. And then tomorrow we're going to learn more about the different jobs that bees have. Okay, so tomorrow we'll learn about the job of the worker bee, and we'll learn about the jobs of the drones. There's like a glare from the window. And then we can learn about the enemies, but not right now. Okay, so I'm going to put all my things away. I'm going to show you one last time. You're never going to forget this when you're older. You're going to be like, I remember in Miss O'Brien's class us learning about the life cycle of a bee, and you're never going to think the same of bees. So the queen bee, there's only one queen bee, right? If there's two, they fight, and they figure out who's going to be the queen. And then she lays eggs, one egg per cell. The egg then turns into larva. And after the larva stage is the pupa. And then from the pupa comes the full-grown bee. Okay? So you guys do that at home, and I will talk to you at lunchtime if you're available. And I'll probably read another book soon too. All right? Take care and really enjoy your day. And take care of those bees. Okay? Don't be afraid of them. All right. Bye.